My name is Muna Gazala. I am a Palestinian American artist born and raised in Cleveland and now living in Columbus, Ohio. My work is rooted in BIPOC solidarities, in the understanding that all struggles against oppression and systemic injustice are inherently related. Much of my work is text based. I like to examine how words and language have been used to influence popular thought, to perpetuate certain power dynamics, and also how some of those words can be subverted or how new narratives can be written. So, the story behind this piece, which is called Disinvestment, is that it's a deeper dive into how and why gentrification happens, and who profits from it, and who suffers through living in crumbling neighborhoods only to be displaced and pushed out, just as improvements are finally being made. And of course, black and brown neighborhoods are the ones that get disproportionately targeted here. The wooden base of this illuminated sign in the picture is, in fact, a porch post from a demolished house in the Garfield neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Garfield having been a mostly black neighborhood which has since been gentrified. So if you take a look at this piece, you'll see this is a redlining map of Columbus, Ohio from the 1930s. These maps were generated by the federal government and used to decide who qualified for home and business loans and who didn't. The result being that homes and businesses in black or low-income neighborhoods were denied loans. Black families were denied the ability to build generational wealth. And this is a perfect example of structural racism, the effects of which are ongoing. They're still being experienced now. I called this piece I Don't See Color, obviously as a tongue-in-cheek reference to that statement and redlining together. The statement, I don't see color, is especially grievous because if you don't see color, you're denying that racism has existed and still exists and affects every aspect of a black person's life. And you cannot possibly fix something which you're denying even exists. So racism in Columbus is just an insidious part of life here, all the way from redlining maps to disproportionate infant mortality, all the way down to the recent murders of two black men at the hands of the Columbus police. I guess the question I'd like to pose as part of this exhibition, I guess the question I'd like to pose is when does this all end? When do we decide to acknowledge racism as one of the original sins of this country, and when do we do the work to fix that?